Yo, peace, world. We got another episode of Info Minds Presents. Man, we ain't talking about the battle. We talking about the new verses, the next verses that's coming up with Fat Joe and Rule. And we just gonna chop it up and talk some hip hop, man. Now, the first question was, do you guys know each other and have you ever met?
Who, me and Black?
Yeah, who want to start first?
Black, Black, definitely my brother. You know what I'm saying? I went through a situation at a point where Black pulled up for me and showed brotherly love. You know what I mean? Some I don't think we need to talk about on the Zoom and none of that.
Right.
But Black definitely showed that he's an official brother, and that's my dog. Period.
Fact. Same here, man. You already know what's understood. Don't got to be said. We go back. We definitely got history and a good rapport. That's my brother. We got a few songs together and all.
I was just about to say that we even got some unheard music.
Yeah, for real. Father, forgive me. I put that out on one of the joints. Damn, what's the joints, man? Oh, Silence is Golden. Silence is Golden. Duct Tape is Silver. I even put it on that. Or I might have put it on this shit that I got Power, called Power. That's on that piss and shit.
Dope.
Or the
Dope.
Now the verses announced the battle between Ja Rule and Fat Joe in front of the live audience on September 14th. Now, do y'all think it's a good matchup as far as the verses is concerned?
I think it's a good look, and it's a good matchup. Of course, you know, we both going for home team. I gotta go for home team, but I got so much love for Joe. I feel like, oh my God, like I'm gonna be loving every moment. I'm looking forward to the end. Hopefully they close out with New York together. You know what I mean?
You know, I think the biggest thing for people like me and Black Child is that some of these big records and some of these hit records that are going to be performed on those stages, we were there when some of those records were created. You know what I'm saying? We was a part of some of those situations. So, you know, for us to watch this go down in history is going to be just as significant for us as it's going to be for them. You know what I mean?
For real, definitely. I'm looking forward to it. You know what I mean? I know it's going to be a beautiful thing, man. I know Joe going to be doing his thing. I was telling Joe got hits from every era. He been in the game so long that he got hits from different eras. He just, know what I mean?
And Ja, and in Ja's era, he ain't miss. Nigga ain't miss.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? There was a point where he ain't missed. Everything he hit everything he put out was a missile. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a tough one, definitely.
Now both Ja and Joe got hits,
right?
Who got the most hits? Now we here, everybody's all love. We know that, but we need. We gonna talk. We gonna talk some shit here.
Respectfully. I'm going to put it like this. And this is just my. This is my opinion. Yeah, this is just my opinion. Respectfully. Again, respectfully. I think Ja got the charts. I think Crack got the streets all day.
Okay. Black, what you talk about?
Murder had the streets, baby. I can't say that. Black. We was outside. I think it's going to really boil down to the lineup or how they go back to back on which songs go behind which songs. As far as the order, the lineup makes a big difference. You know what I mean?
There was a time where Crack didn't want to make records for the ladies and all that. You know what I'm saying? He was sort of like the Spanish Jeezy, so to speak. I think that there was a mixture of meshing with Pun and meshing with Ja later on, which clicked something in Crack where he decided to go in the studio and make hit records for the females. You know what I mean?
Take it to another level.
He took it to another level. So just like Black said, he has records for almost every era. You can tell when he made the transition from the streets into the pop world. You understand what I mean?
Facts. With Rule, we got those hits. So in those big records, because once he found his niche in his lane, we rolled that out. He definitely just stayed in that lane and kept killing them. But we got something for the streets too, because we was outside, and that's where it all started. So with his first album,
Yo, Black, I ain't say he wasn't outside. I'm just saying that Crack got more records for the streets, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Facts.
Rule got more records for the females. He understood that nice and early. That
now, Tone, let's put it in perspective, though,
on the females and make female-orientated records, radio-friendly records to capture, the consuming ear, the pop world.
Crack came out first, though. Crack
was more focused on them street corners. He was more focused on the cracks and crevices in New York City. He was focused on the dough boys, on the dough girls. He was focused on the kingpins, the bitches that was getting you know what I mean?
What would you say? He was pre-golden era? He was kind of before the golden era. Crack came out like what, 90, 91?
I'm saying Crack is the golden era.
I remember Crack from
Crack was like what, 90? What was that? 92 Flojo? What was that?
Yo, Relativity.
DITC.
If I'm not mistaken, 1992 Flojo dropped. 1993 Represent the album came out.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I always tell Crack he is the Spanish, the original Young Jeezy.
Okay,
but that's just my opinion.
That's a dope way to look at it, for real.
That's just
he getting
opinion.
Philosophical on us and all that.
I remember,
in the philosophical sort of way.
I remember Relativity Records had a factory in my hood in Queens, and Crack used to come through with the black MPV, come down to make.
Yeah, that's when that's Steve Rifkin had long hair, and they had the Chinese guy in there too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Relativity was one of the first. I don't know if it was a major or indie. You know what I'm saying? Because at that time I must have been like 13, 14 years old. But that was the first record label I ever stepped into with Crack. You know what I'm saying? With Joe. Okay. Relativity Records, when he was signed to Relativity.
That's a fact.
He definitely came from that era, that golden era, and before the golden era, and still now relevant.
That's what I just said. He is the golden era.
Thing. That's why it's gonna be a good thing, because I know, we had it locked. Rule had his foot on their neck in the game for a few years, from like 99 to like 04. So
he was an animal. What do you mean? That was a straight animal. Listen, Rule was involved in everything and anything, and whoever wanted a hit record was going to go see Irvin Rule. Period.
One of those Grammy Award nights, man. Rule performed like 3 or 4 times. I don't know what year that was, man, but he went crazy with the Rainy Days with Mary. And they had the J-Lo and all that joint all at the same time. That was crazy.
Facts.
But look, man, coming off the tail end of the Dipset and the Lox battle, in y'all opinion, who won? Let's who won that battle?
Oh, man? We don't even gotta talk about Tim. Tim, why you put on the spot like that, bro?
Nah, man, I'm just honest question, man.
Answer to that.
It's an honest question, man. I'm hip-hop connoisseurs. I'm just asking,
I got love for both sides. Jim is my brother. Cam is my brother. Jewels is a good dude.
All right.
Kiss is my brother. Styles is a good. Sheik is a good dude. Kiss wore his crown like a king. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, all right. Well, we're gonna read. All right, cool. All right, cool.
Always been dope, like
politically correct. All right, Sean.
That shit was epic for everybody. That shit was epic for everybody. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing. Some nights, others will prevail more than others, but we already know that. They represented New York. That shit was dope. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna go with this. I heard quite a few people say this, and I agree with it. They both dominated their era the way they were supposed to. They both had hit records. They both are giants in the game. I think that Kiss and the Lox and them took it a little more serious than Cam and them did. You know what I'm saying? I think Cam and them weren't well prepared. They ain't take it as serious as the Lox did, and that's what happened. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, they approached it probably like it was a show, a performance, and Lox, they was that serious. Them definitely was rehearsing, definitely knew they shit. And then it is a difference when the lyrics is in the background and you're going raw on the mic. Some songs, like when I first watched it, I was like, yeah, look, the Locks is killing them. But when I watched it back, like the second and third time, they did they thing. You know what I mean? They did their thing too. Now, it wasn't as loud as I thought it was.
Now we saw how playful they got. You saw how playful they got. You see Jada snatch Jewel's bandana. You seen Styles pulling off Cam's shoe and all that. Now you saw Joe say, "Yo, look, don't get too crazy, man. You know, we're gonna have a nice time, but don't get too crazy." Now it's just that, you know, different people got different relationships. I just think that, you know, Jim and Jada, their relationship is playful like that. That's how they give it up.
Well, I think this is I definitely think this was a good matchup. It was a good setup, again, due to the history and due to the love involved. Right. I heard Crack say that he ain't really want to do a versus battle before because of the history of the squad and how, you know, competitive we can get and how real it can get. And right. Chances are that put up against a whole nother situation, it could most likely go another way. Okay. I think that with Ja is going to be a beautiful thing, again, because his family involved. It's definitely a good history, good energy.
And then when you look at the verses, like I thought Red and Meth shit was dope. They shit was unified. It ain't always got to be negative competition energy. Sometimes right. It's positive competition energy, and that's all love. And that's just brotherhood.
As it should be. And that's hip-hop for you. Hip-hop is good energy. Exactly. Hip-hop is about lighting up the room and putting on a party and putting on a show and everybody getting home safe. That's what it's about.
Fact.
This new generation and this bullshit we going through, and it's cool. We like it. We indulge. We do what we do, but that's not what hip-hop is about. You know what I'm talking about?
Now, let me ask you this. What lessons can Ja and Joe learn from the Dipset Locks battle, as far as what to do, what not to do, as far as the showmanship is concerned?
I've been to many Ja shows. We've been on tour together. Black knows that. We all know that Ja is a showman. He puts on the show. He does what he does. He's a true artist. And Crack has been in the game since '92. You know what I mean? So rocking that stage and putting it down is really about nothing. So, yeah. You know, I think the people just need to be prepared for a good show.
Yep, exactly. The energy gonna be high. They're gonna be going back with them hits. It's gonna be real New York. I like that part because, you know what I mean? It's a lot going on all over the world. It's
gonna be real dope.
Right now, Chi-Town doing their thing, Detroit doing their thing. So to see New York, you know what I mean, on that platform is dope. Real talk.
Now, I was watching Ebro in the morning, and they was talking about the battle. Now, most of the panel said that they felt Joe will win because they said that he has a more rounded catalog of songs. What's y'all opinion on that? Black, let's start with you, Black. It's like you got something to say about that.
When they say that, man, they underestimate Rule, man. But Rule got hit. That's what I said. They forget about, like, you got on the Murderer's shirt. That's dope. I need one of those too.
Hey, you know, I got you.
Rule got catalog, man. All well-rounded between
I think that this battle is gonna remind the world of how special Rule really was and really is to the game. You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to remind the world of a lot of Ja Rule hits, and it's going to remind and bring them back to where, you know, he was dominating the game. And we all know that Joe is special when it comes to reinventing himself and putting himself back in the public eye. We know how he does. So, like Black said, he got a song for almost every era.
Yeah, real talk. He stayed relevant. He know when to hit him. That's why it's important about the lineup. You know what I mean? When it goes back to that, and we talk about how well-rounded Crack catalog is with Rule 2, we got to just make sure that lineup is right and know when to hit them, know when to hit it for the ladies, know when to pull back, know when to hit the streets, and that's with everything. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a good show. You know what I mean? And I know my Don DeMarco is on top of that. You know what I
mean? Now, most of the predictions that I've seen so far, just to keep it funky, the most predictions I've seen so far, They saying Joe going to do his thing. Now I feel the people sleeping on Ja. What
That's
y'all
because
think?
you from Queens.
As far as his catalog, come on, nah. The proof is in the catalog.
Come on,
I just want the world to put some respect on my man's catalog, man. That's it, man.
Nah, the world need to put some. Listen, the world need to put some respect on Ja. The world need to put some respect on Crack. I think they both two giants. They've been in the game for a long time. They both have an extensive catalog, and they both gonna do their thing. And I think it's major for New York.
That's a fact, man. I think this is a joint where your lady, your girls, the dudes, the ladies, everybody they got music for everybody. I think it's gonna be super entertaining, man. It's gonna be dope.
I think this is gonna be dope.
It's gonna be one of those nights, man, to where the whole family, if you from New York or if you even into that, Ja and Rule. I mean, excuse me, pardon me, Ja and Fat Joe. If you into them, then I think it's gonna be a dope night, man. I think it's gonna be a dope night.
If I know anything about Crack right now, he's taking it serious. He's somewhere rehearsing right now. He's making sure that he's putting it together the right way.
Yeah, he got to be rehearsing, man. I know my man Rule be performing, man, so he better be ready. Man.
Rule is always ready.
Rule's in the mirror with his shirt off with the brush right now like this.
Nah, that's rehearsing. Rule shit come natural, man. He does this. Me and him just rocked like a week ago together. That shit just came together real smooth, man.
Okay.
The only thing is about that lineup. That's where I think, look, not taking it back, but taking it back to what we was talking about, the Locks and the Dipset. I think that's what Two gave the Locks a little bit of a leeway because they kind of like freestyled their lineup off of the energy or whatever was going on. Like, all right, we're going to come with this off the DJ energy. So it makes a difference on that lineup.
I think also
that's what's going to make the building erupt.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Locks is on the road a lot. They got a lot of shows together. Kiss brings them out a lot as a unit, and they pretty much got their stage presence mastered. You know what I'm saying? This is easy for them to where Jim and Cam and Jewels don't spend enough time together, maybe as they should, or not as much time as they did back when they was rocking all the time together.
Yeah, they all doing their thing individually,
right.
In different places. I feel what you're saying, definitely.
Usually when we do these shit, I got to be non-biased, but I can't be biased. I can't be non-biased this time because I know Black for probably since we was teenagers. You know what I'm saying? Since our teens. So you know what I mean? It's hard. I gotta be biased on this one.
So you saying Ja gonna take it?
No, it ain't about taking it. It ain't about taking it.
Hey, bro, don't make me go put my Terror Squad hat on, bro.
At the end of the day, this my outcome for this and the perfect day will be for people to put some respect on my man's catalog beside all the bullshit, beside all the beef and all that dumb shit. Listen, this is what I want to see.
I'm saying they're going to.
Yeah, I think it's going to be big.
They're about to be reminded of how many gems Ja dropped on us. You know what I'm saying?
I noticed after the battle. After the Jada battle.
I'm just the next saying.
Them dudes, Jada was on private jets and all that the next day. The world respected Jada's catalog again. The youngsters got to see him that didn't grow up in that era. You know what I mean? They got to respect the music. And that turned
they
them up.
They understand where they got it from.
Right. So I'm hoping that at the end of the day, this is the same outcome for Joe and Rule, for the youngsters that ain't from that era. The music speaks for itself. They got a lot of timeless music. So this is going to be a reintroduction to them. And for the people that already know them and love them, it's just going to be, I told you. You know what I mean? So that's my outcome that I want to see. You know what I mean?
That's it. Definitely, it's about captivating the new younger fans. But one thing I learned about this game too, your fans from Rule era, from Crack, all our fans from Kiss era, they grow with you. You know what I mean? We still got people that's like how we look at the new music. So we still always got your core fan that grow with you. It ain't like, you know what I mean, everybody in our age group is dead and gone. Nah, you still got people that grew up to Rule and that grew up to Crack that still catch the memories of what they was doing when them songs dropped and what was going on. So we got to find to that fan base and that core audience always there. You know what I mean? They ain't going nowhere.
Now both Ja and Joe have mega hits. Now the people are overlooking those sleeper records, which might not have been hits, but they hold cultural relevance. You know, the Flo Joes, you know, the digging in the crates era, that shit played a major part in the culture. As far as
but the significant thing about music and the significant thing about putting out music is that was not a hit to you, is a hit to somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
There's gonna be songs. I'm sure that Ja's gonna play a few records that there's gonna be people in the crowd that feel like, yo, what is? I've never heard this before. And there's gonna be people in the crowd that's gonna be like, yo, this is my fucking jam. Oh shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we never know. We never know.
Back to what I said earlier, it's all gonna come down to that lineup, baby, because they both got smashes, they both got hits. So you know what I mean. If Joe with a big one, Rule come back, the building just gonna keep erupting. The energy gonna be crazy. So like I said, it's gonna boil down to the lineup, the right songs at the right moments. I think even going forward for the verses in the future, you know what I mean. That's gonna set the tone because you gotta come right. You gotta come right.
Now speaking of that, right? How much will performance and stage presence play a factor in who is the better performer?
It's hip hop, it's stage performance, it's delivery, it's presence. I think all elements of hip hop plays a factor when you're on that stage. You know what I mean?
I mean, they two, I would almost dare say fashion icons. You know what I'm saying? Cause Ja is a fly and Crack is a fly. You know what I'm saying? So as far as stage presence, as far as jewelry, clothes, fashion goes, you know what I'm saying? Entourage, this, that, pulling, it's gonna be a matchup because they both two fly individuals. You know what I mean? So stage presence, when you say stage presence, what you mean?
Now, as far as stage presence, as far as, you know, holding the crowd's attention, you know, keeping them, you know what Tony, you're a performer, man. So you know what stage presence is.
As far as crowd control, having the people sing along,
right?
Things
exactly.
of that nature.
That's right.
That's something Crack loves to do. He loves to have the people participate, and he loves captivating the crowd. And as we all know, he's a great storyteller, and he's a master at opening his mouth and having people pay attention. You know what I mean? So, and Ja too. I've seen Ja captivate a whole crowd of 60,000 people. You know what I mean? So again, as far as stage presence goes, they both two masters at that. Yo, Black, that him trying to get some smoke out of us. Like, yo, talk some shit.
It's too much love. It's too much.
There's too much love.
Nah, it ain't that type of party.
Got a history, man. We got love.
I'm just going with Rule, man. It's all, man. It ain't that type of party. I'm looking forward to it, man.
That's love. You sticking? Yeah, listen, look. You sticking with Queens. Sticking with Queens.
I'm sticking with Hollis, man.
I love it. I ain't looking. Look. You sticking with Queens. You standing on it. You love it.
Yeah, I respect it.
Hollis, I ain't looking to start Queens, no Sean. Shit. I'm keeping it political. So you know what? May the best man win.
Facts. I love for the. I'm Queens, born in Brooklyn. X, you know what I mean? And we got love for each other. I just finished a movie with Remy. I mean, on Big Fit. I don't know if y'all see that Trap Queen shit, but you know, bottom line is Terror Squad, Murder Inc. Man, we got real love and rapport for each other. Facts. You know what I mean? Tony, my dog. You know what I mean? From like outside of music, we done pulled up each other cribs. Meet me at the corner store, grab hotels,
studio,
cigars, and yeah. So it's a different type of energy. You know what I mean? And it ain't gonna really, like I said, it's a positive competition. And I'm looking forward to seeing.
I mean, we all know though, on that night, I'm gonna be standing on the table with my Terror Squad chain and my Terror Squad hat on, acting crazy.
We know the vibes. We know the vibes.
Facts. I'm gonna be tripping.
Right. As you should, Sean. You know that.
30 records. Look, now I mean, my shit gonna be shining because that's what I do all the time. I see Timbo got the murderer shirt. He pulled that out of his
I seen that. I
had to put that.
I said, look at Tim set me up. I look at Tim set me up. He had the murder t-shirt on.
You know the 2/5 used to be full of these, man. You come on 2/5, you pull up on 2/5 Hollis, man. You couldn't blink.
Shout out to Chris, yo. Shout out to Chris Gotti, man, a hell of a guy, a real individual.
Shout out to Chris, man.
Stand-up individual. Yeah.
Now look, man, you know, a lot of people wanted to see 50 versus Rule or 50 versus Fat Joe. Now, how realistic do you guys think that is of happening? Any chances of that ever happening?
No, you know my was with it. You know Ja was with it. 50 wasn't with it. 50 ain't with it because I don't think he want to see Ja on that platform, on that level. In his eyes, it might be, you know what I mean, reviving Ja career, but Ja still doing shows, Ja still popping, Ja got other endeavors. He got Icon popping. He in the digital world doing a lot of different things. So everybody is successful in their own different lane. But y'all know my Rule was ready. You know what I mean? When you look at the reference again, like I referenced the Red Man and the Method Man versus how that was like positive competition. Now I can take it back. You look at the Jeezy and the Gucci Man. You see what I'm saying? That energy was crazy, but they going on tour together. So sometimes we got to grow the other bullshit to give the people what you want, because you can talk all that crazy shit all day, but when it comes to this entertainment shit and platforms like Versa, that's where you showcase who's really the best. You talking all that shit. We know anybody could get a gun, anybody could fight, we could talk all that shit, but now this is a platform to showcase talent. The show, like, know what I mean? So that's the level to do it on, because that's what this is about. Everybody outgrown that's 20 years ago. That shit is all still mad about.
Yeah, it's different. It's different. It's different when you off them streets. You ain't got no guns, no vests. It's different when you out that studio and you on that stage and you really got to show who the best really is.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And we ain't talking about nothing but music. We ain't talking about nothing but moving the crowd. We ain't talking about nothing but MCing. We ain't talking about nothing but the lyrical ability and putting it together the right way.
And just giving the people what they want to see, man. Come on, that'll break the verses, man. That'll be the illest verses ever, man, for them two guys to come together, man. And that'll be something dope to show the people.
Because right now we got, you know what I mean, Don Cartagena, everybody,
you dig?
Rule going up, and that's what it is, and that's gonna be a good one, and I'm looking forward to that.
It's gonna be amazing for hip hop, man. It's gonna be a great moment in hip hop, period. Yo, look, the Locks and Dipset joint, that was crazy for hip hop. That was dope.
Yep.
Jeezy, Gucci, that was amazing for hip hop. Even though it was about to take a turn for the worse, might have fucked it all up for the verses, period.
True.
You know what I'm saying? But the outcome was a great one. Look at them now. They on tour together. Dipset, Locks on tour together. This might spark something major for Crack and Ja.
Yeah.
So it's all across the board, something amazing, bro.
In closing, man, tell us what you're working on. Tell us what's coming soon and all that good shit, man.
Man, like I said, I finished this movie called Big 50 with starring Tank and Remy Ma from Chuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, that's Track Queen. They got the Detroit. She was getting money in the 80s, a female queen pin. You know what I mean? We got the ghetto birds flying by. I'm out of town right now. You know what I mean? I'm let the helicopter go by. Let the choppers slide by.
You living life, Black.
Yeah, man. God is good.
God is great.
I'm working on the Murder Inc. marijuana. I got the Crypto Kush coming out. You know what I mean? Working with Steve Lobel and Cookies. That'll be in on the shelves in all the dispensaries in Cali, the top of the year. And then we're gonna take it to Colorado. I'm working with Steve Lobel and looking forward to working with Al Harrington on that. And this other company, 1111. They gonna do a lot of the edibles, things like that on that nature. Okay. But it's basically the Murder by Numbers marijuana movies. Sales is coming out 3. You know what I mean? I didn't get a chance to do too much on that because I was working on a lot of other things, getting this medical marijuana thing and recreational marijuana off the ground. But look forward to Tales.
What's up with Tales? The Tales still popping. What season we in? What season we in?
It's season 3 about to come. Top of the year, we probably be dropping. We just got finished wrapping that up. Gotti just got finished wrapping that up. So yeah, we working, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna drop some music too, just because people be asking, and I got so much shit on the shelf.
What you do, bro?
myself to the streets. You know what I mean?
Yo, Shine, talk to us, man. What can we expect? What you working on?
You know,
What's
I
up
stay
next?
in the studio. You know, I stay in the studio working. If it ain't for me, it's for somebody else. Or I got a series of songs in the archives. Most likely late September or mid October, I'm gonna drop a mixtape. I'm working on my Spanish album. I got a bunch of good music in Spanish. Bunch of great producers out here in Miami that I'm working with, and I'm just staying busy, bro. You know what I mean? About to drop some good music in 2022.
No question, man. Yo, look, man, I appreciate you, brother's time.
We got to get one in too before the year's out. Word to God, you know what I mean? One more time.
Yeah.
Wow. So
hit me in the gram or something after this. Timbo, give him my number and all that.
Facts. I got you. Hey, yo, look, man. I appreciate you, brother's time, man. Once again, my brother Tony Sunshine, Black Child, my brother and mom. I appreciate y'all time, man. And look, man, I see y'all at I see you at the verses. And everybody make sure y'all tune in, man, on Triller. Coming up, what's that? September 12th, September 13th? What's that?
Tuesday.
I believe it's the 14th.
14th. Yeah. Okay, September 14th. Yeah. Y'all make sure y'all tune into that verses, man. It's gonna be epic, man. Great night for hip hop. And another thing, man, if y'all looking for promo, you got the InfoMinds promotion. You got a brand, you got a clothing brand, you got some music, you got anything, reach out to us. You can DM us, or you can send us an email at infomindsmediallc@gmail.com. We got the merch and everything ready, man. So y'all holler at us, man. Yo, look, once again, I appreciate you, brother's time, man. And peace and one love from the InfoMinds family.
Salute, brothers. Love you.
Salute. It's all love.